Qatar is one of the most advanced states in the Muslim community due to its constant interaction with citizens and investors from Western countries. However, and although it is governed by Roman law like most of Europe, the Sharia, Islamic law, is present in various areas of society. This country is one of the most touristic destinations in the Middle East. In addition to that, it is distinguished by its culture that, although very attached to tradition, has also been filled with technological and architectural advances, as it is one of the countries with the highest income worldwide. The only currency accepted is the national currency, the Qatari rial. Despite the emergence of new women's rights bodies and the large feminist movement around the world, women in Qatar continue to live in a system that discriminates against them and makes them almost entirely dependent on the men. Women in Qatar are increasingly advocating for their rights, especially online, but laws restricting freedom of expression and assembly, government intimidation and online harassment remain a major problem in this regard. Therefore, there aren't many independent women's rights organizations in the country. However, since the 1990s, women in Qatar have made some legal and social advances. According to the Qatari embassy, 36 to 42% of Qatari women are working. Their jobs include the fields education, health, justice, journalism, aviation, banking, politics, finance and tourism. Moreover, Qatari women were able to vote for the first time in 1999. Nevertheless, regarding the human rights situation in Qatar, the discrimination against women stays a huge issue. The different aspects representing women's culture in Qatar will be presented now. According to Human Rights Watch, Qatar's discriminatory male guardianship system denies women to make any important decisions about their lives. For example, women in Qatar must obtain permission from their male guardian to marry, study abroad on government scholarships, work in many government jobs, travel abroad up to a certain age, and receive some forms of reproductive health care. That means in particular that, for example, women cannot act as a primary guardian of their own children at any time. They have no authority to make independent decisions regarding their children's documents, finances, travels, and sometimes schooling and medical care. This is law, even if the woman involved is divorced and has been awarded custody of the children by a court, or if the biological father is deceased. If the child has no male relative to act as guardian, the state assumes this role. Moreover, in some cases, men are prohibiting women to study abroad or attend co-ed universities in Qatar, which limits their study opportunities and future careers. Women indirectly need permission from their male guardians to receive government scholarships for higher education. Among other things, they need their guardians' permissions to go or to leave campus by cab, live in the dormitory, and participate in field trips as part of their studies. Apart from that, women must provide proof of marriage to access various sexual and reproductive health services, such as prenatal care, vaginal ultrasounds, pap smears, and other gynecological tests. They also need their husband's consent for some forms of reproductive health care, such as abortion.
Apart from the guardianship, Qatari law doesn't consider domestic violence as a crime. This implies that married women are obligated to have sexual relations with their husbands, regardless of any kind of aggression within the couple. There are few possibilities for women in Qatar to justify a request for a divorce. On the contrary, men can omit the responsibility of notifying their wives that they have initiated this procedure. If the divorce is finalized and there are children involved, the guardianship is left to the father, except in very few cases. Moreover, there are very strict dressing rules for women in Qatar. All women in Qatar have to cover their hair with the shaila and dress with a long black dress called abaya. There are also some women who only leave their eyes uncovered with the so-called niqab. Even women visitors are obligated to cover their shoulders and wear shirts that cover the upper arms. Skirts and dresses are allowed, but only if they end below the knee. Torn jeans or leggings are completely forbidden. All these rules restrict Qatari women from living independent lives. The system is damaging their mental health, which has led to self-harm, depression, stress, and suicidal thoughts, among other things.